We've all battled countless gym leaders throughout our time playing Pokemon, but have you ever wanted to be one yourself? Now you may have played this gym of mine, but now Pokemon Gym Manager 2023 takes a whole new spin on the idea of being a gym leader. Let's get into it. So, our adventure begins in front of this house in Pebble City. We've just moved here, we are the manager of this brand new gym. Our assistant then comes and greets us and tells us about what we're going to be doing here in this new town. We then have to swing by the gym, which looks very, very nice, may I add, walk inside and talk to the gym guy. This dude tells us about what kind of battle format we're going to be doing every single day, but to go and get some TMs and items before we begin our adventure. You can then see the different bonuses you can have for your gym, being attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. I then do exactly what the gym guy said and go and find some items. This guy only sells water stones and thunderstones. The other guy is the TM guru, who sells better TMs the further you get into the game, but he starts off with some really good TMs like Fairy Wind and Magnitude. I decided to buy Leafage, Ember, and Water Gun because at this point I hadn't checked my team and I didn't know who I had, so I wanted to get the 3 main typings. I then head over to the assistant who's down here next to the computer, and she talks about my Pokemon type and what it is going to be. I decided to go with Fighting. I don't really get the best choices there. I'm not a massive fan of any of these 3 typings, but I thought there were pretty cool fighting types out there, so that was the one I was going to go with. She then tells me also to go and check the PC behind me every single day because it tells me what kind of challenges are going to be coming to my gym. She also says if we lose so many battles every single day, then the gym's going to close down and they can't really afford that to happen. So basically we're not allowed to lose. I then go and head over to the PC. We've only got 1 trainer to take on today, which is Cool Trainer Benjamin. I then go over to the gym guy. He says it's going to be a single battle, and that's exactly what it is. However though, I didn't know that the computer took over this battle. You have to go into the settings and change it, otherwise you're just going to be a bystander watching these battles unfold. So I'm not actually controlling what's happening in this first battle. I've got a Magnemite, which is pretty cool. We do take out the Larvitar. They also have an Eevee, which I Thunder Shock, or the CPU Thunder Shocks, and we do take out Cool Trainer Benjamin, and we win our first day. The cool thing about this game is you get an upgrade at the end of every single day as well. So we can get a Black Sludge, hire a gym leader, or get a Mega Stone in my bag. I decided to get a new gym trainer because I thought I'd maybe need a little bit more firepower in case my first gym trainer loses. I then go into the settings and change it to the player controlling so I can actually take part in this game, and then I head over to the town and start exploring these different locations. I come across a Pokemon shelter which has new Pokemon in it every single day that you can buy, but they're a little bit pricey at the moment, so we carry on exploring. I then find this location here, which apparently a secret salesman takes over every now and again. We also find this location where I'm assuming another important character resides, and as well as that, we then find the Move Deleter as well. I then decide to start teaching some TMs to my team because I need to actually check who I've got, and I do have some pretty cool Pokemon. On my main gym leader I have a Molga, Scraggy Throat, and Magnemite, and then on my second gym trainer I have like Hoppip, and I also have a Mawile and a Ledybur as well. Unfortunately, you can't alternate the teams. You can only have one person with one team and then another person with a different team. We then find this old wizard that apparently lives in a tree stump. No idea what happens there. We then head over back to the gym, go and talk to the gym guy. Once again says it's going to be a single battle kind of day. Now, just for future reference, I'm going to be fast forwarding between all of these battles because as it is a roguelike game, there are a lot of battles, and if I just did it at normal speed, we'd be here forever. Whereas if I fast forward it, you can still see what's happening, you can see what the battles kind of entail, and you also can see what happens throughout my playthrough of this game. The one thing that I do want to say though, as my Scraggy has just fainted, if a Pokemon does faint, you can't use it again that day. So the only way you can use it is if it gets revived, which of course is the day that follows. Anyway, we complete that day and our options are 2 random items in our bag or an Oshawott. And I'm definitely going to go with the Oshawott because I do need a water type Pokemon on my team. So I just add it in and we're looking very nice. I then go over to the PC and see what kind of trainers are coming into the gym today. And we have 4 trainers now. And also it is another single battle day. And again, as I've just said, this is a roguelike game. So there are going to be a lot of battles. You just kind of do a little thing every day, and then you go to the gym and then you battle more trainers. As you progress through the game, those trainers get more difficult, and you also get special battles and stuff like that, but That's kind of the whole premise of this game. But anyway, we're in here with my Ladybird taking on this Cottony here. Again, I don't really see the point of using this trainer a little bit down the line because I may as well just put all of my time and effort into one gym trainer, make that team even better, and then if the worst happens and that trainer does lose, I always have these small Pokemon to kind of fall back on. But there were 4 trainers today, so as you can see, my team is starting to lose a little bit because I just don't really have that much on this second gym trainer. And as I say, as I get through the game, I just learned that, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to put all my effort into this trainer, there's no point. You can actually see me lose here to this Yanma, so I actually black out here, I white out, but then of course I go back into my other strong gym trainer, win the battle, and then we're just kind of like sorted for the day. So another upgrade is coming our way. We can get a Durant, a random item, or to increase a trainer's skill level by 1. Now I don't know what that actually is, but I do it anyway on James, my gym leader. And then after that, we'll kind of do a little bit more exploring. We go back to the Pokemon shelter, see if there's anything decent today. An Eevee, a Finneon, and Cleffa, some cool Pokemon, but a little bit out of my price range once again. So we go back to the gym, start some single battles, and go into day 4. So this first person has a Spheal. I'm just trying to grind up Oshawott a little bit and get a decent water type. We go back into Magnemite. I go for the Thunder Shock, one-shot it. That's the first trainer done. I then go into the second trainer, leads with a Tortuga. I'm going straight back out into my Magnemite. Magnemite is a really cool Pokemon for this game, by the way. I don't know if it's random every single time you start the game, but Magnemite is an absolute win con. Anyway, Snova comes out. Obviously, I'm not going to stay in here, so I decided to go into my Scraggy. My Scraggy also has Moxie as well, which also makes life incredibly easy because you can just sweep team after team by getting that +1 attack boost every time you knock out a Pokemon. Anyway, we finished today off by knocking out this Staryu and getting a brand new upgrade for our gym. This time the upgrades are a random Pokemon to a party, a TM, and also increasing a trainer skill by 1. I decide to increase the trainer skill once again on my gym leader. I then go to the Pokemon shelter, see if there's any new Pokemon there that are worth getting. They are all still a little bit pricey, so I leave once again and then head back to the gym guy. But today it is double battles. We're now finally jumping out of the single battle territory and getting into some double battles, and they lead with a Kabuto and also they lead with a Swablu, but we take that out pretty quick. And then we do have 2 fire types to take out. Again, not the greatest lead from me with the Magnemite, so I'm just going to switch into my Oshawott and then quickly take these 2 Pokemon out. And again, this is why it's so much easier to speed up through it all, because you'd have to watch this battle in normal speed, and when there's so many battles, it does get a little bit repetitive, I guess. Anyway, we take out this trainer, and that was also the last trainer of the day. We get another upgrade, random item. We also can add some special defense to our fighting Pokemon by 5%, and we also can get fighting Pokemon appearing more often. So I didn't really know what either of these did, but I decided to go with fighting Pokemon appear more often because I am a fighting gym leader, even though I don't necessarily even have any fighting types. That's the one thing I don't really get about this game. Like, you choose your typing, but you just get random Pokemon anyway, so it doesn't really make sense in that regard. But anyway, I noticed I don't really have any decent fighting type moves on Scraggy or Throw, so I do buy Karate Chop for both of them. We go back to the gym, and once again, it is another double battle. I do lose Magnemite straight off the bat, which is not ideal. We do take out the Hitmonlee. They then send out a Meditite. We take that out. We take out the Mienfoo. Also has a Mankey as well. Luckily, we take that out. We've got 1 trainer left with a Hitmonchan, a Riolu, but they are very easy to take out as well. And that is another day completed for the gym. We get another upgrade once again, and this time it is a skill up, a random item, or skill up by 2. So I don't know why that was even an option. Like, I'm obviously going to go for the 2 skill up because it's just better than 1. So after that, we then head over to our mailbox, and we have a letter, and it says, there's big news, a gym leader is coming to challenge us today, so we better bring our A game. I then head over once again to the Pokemon daycare, and I see a Swinub in there for 1440. Knowing that I don't have an ice or a ground type, I decide to buy it and put it in my team, and it's a decent mon to have as well, because it does learn things like Powder Snow and Icy Wind, just really good for double battles and stuff. Anyway, we go into the gym, we talk to the gym guy, and we actually have to get through some random trainers before we can even take on the gym leader. So it feels like I'm taking on a gym leader challenge today. But anyway, they send in this field, we take that out, they send out the Snorunt, we start taking these Pokemon out, getting a nice Moxie boost on the team. So obviously I can just sweep now with Scraggy. Because it's a fighting type as well, I do get those boosts as well, like that special defense 5% or attack 5%. If I do want to get one of those upgrades, it does actually work for Scraggy and Throw, which is really nice. Anyway, the second trainer sends out a Voltorb. We take that out with my Swinub. started to get some more XP on it, and now we are finally taking on our gym leader. Our first gym leader is Brock. He has 5 Pokemon that he's brought with him, and he leads off with a Gligar. I decide to lead off with my Swinub, which is a great lead because obviously I have an Ice-type move, which is ×4 on Gligar. I'm going to speed up through this as well, just simply because it is the same kind of situation where I need to speed up through the battles so you guys don't get too bored. Anyway, we do take out the Gligar. I get some nice XP, sends out his own Swinub. I take that out, sends out a Larvitar. I take that out, sends out Rock and Roller. I take that out, and also send out a Nose Pass. I take that out. My throw is gut, so being poisoned in this situation actually really helped me out. Anyway, we get a new upgrade. We can hire a new gym trainer. Fighting Pokemon appear more often, or we get a random item. I decide to hire a new gym trainer just in case the worst happens and I do lose a battle. It's nice to have a few more Pokemon in the back. I then head over to the daycare once again. There's nothing really that good. We go back to our gym, talk to the gym guy, and it's double battles all over again. This time, they lead with a Relicanth and a Barbroach, which isn't too good for Swinub, really. So I go into my Scraggy and my throw and just start karate chopping to my heart's content these water-type Pokemon. And again, because I get Moxie, Scraggy's just loving life because he can just one-shot everything after one boost. He's actually so busted. Anyway, in the next battle, we go up against a Ghastly and a Lotad. This was a little bit of an annoying battle, to be fair, because this Ghastly just kept confusing me, and I just kept hitting myself. I did get a lucky freeze with the Powder Snow or Icy Wind, whatever I used. It does actually thaw out, and also my Swinub gets paralyzed, which is also a little bit annoying. Anyway, though, we take out that trainer, and then we have the third trainer leading with a Ditto and a Jigglypuff. But not really a massive problem for me. I can just easily take that out there. And we get another upgrade for the gym. And today our upgrades are Special Defense, a Dynamo to our party, and also skill up again as well. So this time I decide to go for the Special Defense boost on my fighting type just to make Scraggy and Throw a little bit more powerful. Anyway, we go back to the gym. It is single battles today though, so I'm just going to chill here with my Swinub, take out the first Pokemon, go into Scraggy, and let Moxie take over. I don't care if there's an Emolga out there. It doesn't matter. I'm still one-shotting everything with my Scraggy, even though I'm paralyzed. We then have the final trainer who leads with the Mankey. I'm going to go into Oshawott. Nearly time to evolve. He's got a few more levels to go, but we're getting there. And I decided to just take the rest of that trainer's team out. We actually get Special Defense up today, Defense up, and an item. So this time I decided to go for my defense just to make my fighting type Pokemon a little bit more bulkier. We then go back to the daycare and I actually see a Magby, which is 2,500, so a little bit pricey, but this is the first time I've actually come across a fire type. So I'm deciding to buy the Magby, put it in my team, go back to the gym. It's single battles once again. We have another Voltorb that we have to take out, and I just kind of want to start leveling up my Magby a little bit. It's really nice that it's got Flame Body as well, so it can burn Pokemon as well that attack me with a physical move. I do actually lose a Pokemon there though, which is a little bit unfortunate because I've just lost them for the rest of today. But either way, we're starting to get a little bit more XP on Magby. We got an Execute out here, no problem there. I can just one-shot that. We then have an Electabuzz as well, but luckily I do have a Swinub. He does go for the Thunder Punch, no problem for me. I can just Mud Slap constantly. And the final trainer also has a Ferroseed, easily one-shottable. And then we once again get another upgrade. So I can hire a trainer, get a Sigilyph or skill up. Now I decided to go for a Sigilyph because I don't have a Psychic type, but I do already have a full team. So I was thinking that if I get rid of one of these, it just goes to one of my other trainers. That's not the case. If you choose one of these Pokemon, you have a full team, you just lose them forever. So I choose Throw here because I've already got 2 fighting types, expecting it to go to another trainer, but I just lose it. I then go and buy Magnitude because Mudslap just isn't really cutting it for Swinub. We then go back to the gym and they say it's a gym leader only day. So I can only use my gym leader today. No other gym trainers are actually allowed in the gym. So they lead with an Electabuzz. I go back into my Swinub, Magnitude, Easy Death. I then go into my Sigilyph to try and get some more XP, because obviously you just need to get your team a little bit stronger. We then go into Magby, take that trainer out. I then see a Rotom out here, go into my Magnemite, take out the Rotom. We've got one more trainer left. They lead with the Mawile, takes out my Sigilyph, but I go into my Swinub, and that is another day over. My next upgrade is between adding a random item, special defense to my fighting types, or also making fighting Pokemon appear more frequently. That's what I click. Again, I don't really know what it does. I think it maybe means in the daycare or something. I then go over to the mailbox, and there is a secret mail in there saying that I need to go to the woods and go to the hidden location, and there's going to be some really good items for sale. So I go back to this small little location here. The secret salesman is back, and he has some items for me. He actually gives me a freebie, which is the Rotom catalog. So if I come across a Rotom, that's great because I have that ready for it. He then sells Leaf Blade, Shadow Bone, Drill Peck, Poison Jab and Air Slash. Nothing that I really need, so I decide to not spend any more money because they're kind of some pricey TMs there, and I don't really like any of that. Anyway, we go back to the gym. Single battles once again. I'm going in here with Magnemite, taking a few mons out, going to Swinub to try and take out this Drudigon. I did learn Ice Shard as well, which is also very, very nice for my Swinub. I then see a Mawile out there, going to Magby, take out the Cubchoo. Still 4 trainers left to defeat today. Like I say, you get more and more trainers every single day. They get stronger and stronger, and I don't really know how long this game actually is. Maybe you have to fight all the Kanto gym leaders or something. But anyway, we do take out the final trainer. We get another upgrade for our gym, random item. Pokemon fighting types appearing more often or getting the speed increase. I go for the speed increase, back to the gym, single battles once again. We have a Jinx here, which is a little bit of a problem because Jinx kind of bodies my whole team, takes out my Magby straight off the bat. Luckily though, we do take it out with Scraggy. It's time for Moxie. He's got a Spiritomb as well. Like, this guy's team is very, very good, but we do luckily take it all out. Then we see a Bulbasaur in the second trainer, easy Pokemon to take out. Lunatone, easy to take out, but unfortunately I'm asleep, so I do lose Oshawott. Go into my Magnemite. Do learn Electro Ball, which is very nice. Then Lickitung comes out. We take that out. Magikarp comes in. That was one trainer's attempt at the gym. I have no idea where they brought a Magikarp. We also take out Tropius and get another upgrade. This time, it's increasing the trainer's skill level by 2, or just random Pokemon in our party. And then try and upgrade James, but it just won't upgrade anymore, so I upgrade somebody else. We then have another letter, and it's time for another gym leader to challenge our gym. This time in the form of Misty. So, just like with Brock, you have to go into the gym, you have to take on a few trainers first, and then you take on the gym leader. So that is exactly what we do. So the first trainer leads with a throw, nothing crazy there. I can easily just go into Sigilyph and one-shot it. The next trainer comes out with a Hoot Hoot. I can obviously take that out with Oshawott, take out the Cyndaquil with Oshawott, take out the Slakoth with Oshawott, and also take out the Apom with Oshawott as well. The second to last trainer has a Delibird. I can take that Pokemon out with my Magnemite. Swinub then comes out, so we're going to Oshawott, who is now level 17, so will evolve after this battle. Dino comes out, take that out. Vanillite comes out, take that out. Actually comes out, takes that out. Oshawott evolves, and now it is time for Misty. So Misty actually leads with a Spheal, but again, because my team is so overpowered, it's just not even a difficult gym battle at all. So I just go into Magnemite. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit between this battle just so you guys can kind of see what happens. But I go for the Electro Ball. I do knock out the Spheal. Then comes in with the Wailmer. I can just click Electro Ball again. One-shots that. Then comes in with the Horsey. You guys know the drill by now. Electro Ball is one-shotting that Pokemon. Comes out with the Marill, wants an Electro Ball as well, and then her final Pokemon is Timpo, which also gets one shot by an Electro Ball, so not really that much of a challenge. The upgrades today, though, are really, really cool. You either get a Mega Stone, you get Watson joining your team, or you get skill level increase by 2. I decided to go with Watson because I haven't really had that kind of upgrade yet, and that is also where I decided to kind of stop playing. I feel like I've got a decent grasp of this game. It is a little bit repetitive. I think there needs to be more things to do in the day because that's all there really is to do. I decided to check out Watson, who's already level 4, has a Shaman as well as a Tropius, Pikachu, Minun Plus or Voltorb. This game is really good though. I'm sure it's a really, really good roguelike game if you carry on playing. I don't know how long the game is, but I did enjoy it. Like I said, I just think there should be a few more things you can do in the day. The city isn't really that big, but either way, really enjoyed it. Hope you guys did as well.